What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're discussing episode 40 of Dragon Ball Super. No Kiribug today, she's out of town, but she'll be back later tonight, so it's just me today. You'll have to deal with my face for now. So episode 40, oh my gosh, the fights, plural, because there were two fights in here. One which was epic, and the other one which is just downright hilarious, which we'll discuss in a couple of minutes. Were absolutely amazing. I am so hyped. This is exactly what I wanted out of the Dragon Ball Super series. Awesomeness, intensiveness, just back-to-back hand combat, fighting, I don't know, just fights. That's what we wanted to see, and that's exactly what we got in this finale of the Guys Destruction Tournament. Now, before I start, I'll point out something I said this past weekend in my initial reaction video. I wanted this entire time, this entire arc, I wanted there to be some kind of interruption, something else, because at the way they were pacing the fights, it was going way too fast, and I expected something else to happen to lead into a more extended final fight. But because this hit fight was so absolutely amazing and awesome, I'm satisfied as a fan, and I'm not that disappointed that there was no interruption or something else. Well, I mean, there was an interruption later at the end of the episode, but not like what we expect to happen. Like, I mean, a lot of us expected it to be a Vados protagonist situation. A lot of us expected a Hit was going to pop out and be some kind of big criminal, some kind of crazy dude. I myself thought he was going to be a criminal, then I thought he was going to like steal the cube. So many speculations and theories that were just being tossed around, and Toriyama looped around all of us with his own unique spin to the story, which is absolutely incredible. So let's talk about the first fight, Hit and Goku. Super intense, super awesome, and then just going back and forth. The Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken was just incredible, and we saw the true disadvantages of using the technique. While it was, yes, super powerful, super strong, super needed to fight Hit, at the same time, it had a huge toll on Goku's body, and when he finally stopped using it after he jumped out the ring, which, yes, he jumped out the ring, his body like started convulsing. It was kind of disgusting to see, and that shows you the true disadvantage of using that technique, especially when it's not ready to be used. I mean, we know that Goku kind of had no choice. In the last couple episodes, as he was getting ready to fight Hit, he revealed that, you know, he needs to have some kind of trump card to win. And he said, screw it, you know what, I'm gonna test it out. I have a 90% chance of dying, but you know what, I need this. And he busted it out. Now, going back to the Goku and Hit fight, the thing that I like about Goku is he's always so into the fights. In fact, he's so into the fight that he wanted the rules to be removed in the tournament. Because let's look at Hit. Hit is an assassin. What do assassins do? They kill. They don't fight. They kill. Their entire existence is to be mercenaries for hire, so you can have someone killed. You know what? I don't like that guy. Kill him, Hit. I got you, bruh. That's why Hit exists. So when it comes down to a martial arts tournament, that's the one disadvantage that Hit had. He can't go all out. And even at some point in this fight in episode 40, he further improves his time skip, which, by the way, it's so awesome to see his character develop like that and get stronger and stronger and stronger as he fights Goku, which is a really, really cool thing to show. He gets to a point where he has really developed his time skip to the point where he could have killed Goku, but didn't, because obviously if he did, then he would have lost, and that would have been the end of the tournament. So because of that, Goku, being Goku, requests the tournament to be removed, the tournament rules to be removed, to which Champa says, oh yeah, totally, that's cool, let's do that, because he knew that Hit could probably kill Goku, and then of course Beerus started fighting with him because he knew then he would have the advantage, and he didn't want that to happen. So because they were struggling and fighting and just going arguing, Goku jumped out the ring. He jumped out the ring. I mean, this kind of goes back to further, a couple minutes before that, what was said. The Champa referred to both Goku and Beerus as pawns. Actually, they referred to everybody as pawns, and they did not like that. So the whole time they're fighting, they just bring up the idea that they're just pawns. This is not just, this means nothing to them. It's just Beerus and Champa are using these people. And as Beerus and Champa are finally arguing over the whole rules thing, Goku said, you know what, screw it. We can fight another time. I'm going to jump out the ring. Now the question is, and this is something that was brought up in the last week or so, could Team Universe 6 be Team Universe 7 had there be no rules? I mean, let's look at Botamo. Botamo, even though he didn't seem like to be a great fighter, he had the ability to send damage to another dimension. So in other words, in a way, he is invincible. Could anybody from Universe 7 technically beat Botamo if he can't get hurt? That's the first question I want you guys to answer. Let's match up both Goku versus Botamo, no tournament rules, who would win and why? Remember, who would win and why? And before you say, oh, Goku, duh, how? How, Sway? How would Goku beat Botamo without a ring-out rule? That's the first question I want to answer. I mean, to be fair, we don't know the limitations and the pros and cons of Botamo's power, how often he can use it. But, I mean, obviously, he's kind of weak from the looks of it. And if Goku really hit him really hard in the right way, without Botamo's power, it would be a one-hitter quitter, essentially. But due to the fact that Botamo can send damage away, he can't get hurt. So how would that fight go? First question, answer in the comment section below. Second one, Frost and Goku. Now, we know that Frost has two needles. One's one that kind of stuns you, and the other one is apparently poisonous, which if he taps you with it, you'll die. Even if you're saying you will die. Going back to the whole heart virus from a long time ago, no matter how powerful you are, if there's something inside your system killing your body, you will die. That's why Goku died in the future. If Frost was to strike somebody with that needle, like he did with the other needle, what would happen? In this situation, honestly, I think Frost would kill one person. Had it been Goku, he would have killed Goku. Had it been Vegeta, he would have killed Vegeta. The reason why he didn't use that, number one, is because he wasn't allowed to because of the rules. Number two, once they realized that he had a needle, they were kind of aware of it, which is why Vegeta just knocked him out. But had they not known, had they no clue that Frost had that needle, what would have happened? Frost would win. At least he would get one kill in, and then the second person to fight, avenge that person's death. In that situation would be the death of Frost. So it shows you that how dangerous all these guys are. Now the only one I don't think would have much of an advantage is probably Magetta. Now I know Magetta has this whole weakness of, you just basically have to yell at him to make him cry, and then that's it. But at the same time, I feel like if they really wanted to, they can launch a really massive attack and take Magetta out. But at the same time, it will be kind of tough. And then, of course, Kabe. I feel like Kabe is kind of the weakest one at this point because he's just a warrior. And we saw what Vegeta did. Is Vegeta knocked him out immediately. And if there was a kill, kill or be killed rule, he would get knocked out pretty fast. So going back the entire round, like Universe 6 is talented. They might not be the strongest people in all of the universes, combined, and any character shown in Dragon Ball universe period. But their skills and abilities is makes them so unique. But because of the tournament rules, so much was held back, which is why Goku said, you know what? I want this fight to be epic. Take the rules away. And when that didn't happen, he just jumped out and that's it. So let me know your thoughts on the finale of Goku's decision to throw a fight, which is something we never thought we would see with Goku. But at the same time, I understand Goku is a fighter. He wants to fight. He wants to fight or get killed in the process. Like that's basically what makes him who he is. That's what excites him in life. And if he can't fight someone all out, then what's the point? That's why he jumped out. Now, Hit has a similar characteristic about him. So we see after, well, first we'll talk about it in a couple seconds. First, let's talk about Monaka versus Hit. So after freaking Goku is knocked out, it ends up being Monaka versus Hit. And freaking Goku's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Monaka's stronger than me. He can handle this, right? Oh my gosh, I gotta say this. Okay, here's the question I have for you guys. Up until this point, my favorite and funniest moment as far as the comedy side of Dragon Ball Super has been the moment where Goku had Hercule punch him, and then he flew away, grabbed his tractor, and flew away. I thought that was by far one of the funniest moments, and not just Super, but all of Dragon Ball history. Hilarious. Every time I watch it, I'm still dying laughing. Now, when we saw Monaka do that to Hit, and Hit essentially did a whole Android 18 thing that we saw in Dragon Ball Z, and just knocked himself out, absolutely hilarious. I gotta say, it's my top 3 moments, funniest moments in all of Dragon Ball. How do you guys rank that moment and funniness in terms of like what happened before, and not just Dragon Ball Super, but Dragon Ball Z? If there's something that's funnier, what is it? Comment below and let me see what the community thinks. But ultimately, I think the tractor moment and that Monaka moment of him hitting Hit, absolutely hilarious. That by far one of the most favorite comedy aspects of the entire Dragon Ball series. So after, and this is what I want to talk about now. After Hit walked away and went back to Champa's side, he was like, you know what? I don't need the cube. And the reason why it is, so here's my theory on this. This is, of course, a theory. Obviously, this is probably never going to get revealed in the series. But based on him being an assassin, assassins are workers for hire. Now, to those who watch Hunter x Hunter, you guys remember the moment in the York New arc where Silva and Zeno fought somebody? I'm not going to say who it is just because I don't want to spoil that to those who have not watched it yet or who are getting to that point. But there's a point where Silva and Zeno fight somebody, and something happens that leads to them to not wanting to kill that somebody because they're, the people who hired them were dead. I'm not gonna say who. It's kind of a spoiler, but not that much a spoiler because I didn't reveal the information. Essentially, they revealed that we're working for hire, and if there's no reward for us, then we're not going to go out of our way and risk our life. In this situation, for whatever reason, Hit improved so much in his fight against Goku, he realized he doesn't need fancy things like the Champa cubes. He was like, you know what? I don't even care about this tournament anymore. Yeah, I wanted to keep it first, but to the point now, I'm so improved and cool that I don't need no fancy tactics, which is ultimately why he, in a way, through that fight. I mean, yeah, he kind of repaid Goku because, Goku was the one who helped him get so strong. But at the same time, he probably got to the point where he realized, you know what, I don't need that cube, so, I'll repay Goku right now. Because otherwise, if he really wanted that cube, he would have knocked out Monaka to get that cube. But like I said, because he was able to power himself up so strong, and he's an assassin, and he doesn't have really a reward anymore, he was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, I'm not a pawn anymore. Take me home, Champa. To which, of course, we get Champa freaking out, getting ready to kill everybody. And then we have the mysterious figures. Mysterious figures, the small figure and the 2 ones that appeared in the ring, which apparently shocked everybody, including Champa and Beerus. And I wonder what actually happened. Would Goku have stopped? I think he would have. Even though he would have been so destroyed from using the Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue technique, he probably would have done something to help them. So that would be interesting to see how that would turn out. In fact, I think that's something that I would have loved to see. Back when I was saying, like, when we get to the end of the tournament, something would happen. That something would have been cool. I would have loved to see Goku fight Champa the way he fought Beerus in the Battle of Gods arc. Like, that would have been incredible. But at the same time, it would kind of not make sense due to the fact that his body was so destroyed because nobody apparently brought a sense beam for whatever reason, and it would have been a weird way to explain it. But either way, I'm excited to see what this King of Everything, the Lord of Everything, Lord Zenos, is all about, and you know, why they're there. Now, in the previews, I'll point out a couple things. Number one, all the Super Dragon Balls are there, so they at least believe one or two things. Number one, we have the fact that the mysterious nameless planet could secretly be a Dragon Ball. Up until this point, a lot of guys have speculated that, and I could see that as a possibility. Or the other possibility is maybe the Lord of Everything showed up with the final Dragon Ball, one of the other 6, and since Beerus and Champa are so afraid of him, they probably would not be opposed with him taking it. So that could be one or two things that could happen in the next episode. What do you guys think will happen with that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But ultimately, I was so stoked. That was incredible. I love Dragon Ball Super. The Dragon Ball series is just so awesome to me, and my blood, like I said, is still pumping. I watched the episode 4 times. 4 times. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see it in English dub as well. Like, I want to rewatch everything from the start to finish whenever that comes out sometime in the future. But yeah, exciting stuff. Now, if you guys have seen the episode title leaks over the course of the next couple weeks, you know that we're not done here. We're going to get more of Dragon Ball Super, which is exciting, and I'm curious to know what else Toriyama has in store for us with the story. But for now, what do you guys think about the whole situation? Hit versus Goku, Goku versus Monaka, Beerus and Champa, this new Omni King guy. Let me know your thoughts and everything in the comment section below. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let me just check my list to make sure that I didn't skip anything. Oh yeah, one last thing I'll point out is going to the whole comedy aspect. There's a part where we see Goku shaking the Omni King's hand, and that wasn't his hand. It's funny because when I watched it live originally, I was like, that's probably his PP or something. And yep, it was his ding dong. Hashtag Goku shook the the Galactic King's ding dong. Ding dong is a funny word, and that actually happened. I wonder how they're gonna do that in the English dub, because of course they gotta kind of censor it, and they're probably gonna say something like, they're probably gonna cut down the whole scene. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to that point. But either way, hilarious and epic way to end the tournament. So yeah. Anyways, that's my review. So let me know your thoughts and everything. And I think I might do a whole video about the whole Hit as an assassin and throw in the fight because he really doesn't care. On top of that, being able to improve himself thing as a separate video. So I can kind of further explain all the details, including what I've seen in other shows with other assassins. So expect that sometime this week. But for now, let me know your thoughts on episode 40 in the comment section below. As always, if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Super, make sure you leave a like right below. And any other questions, comments, feedback, you know what to do. As always, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I'll see all you awesome Super Sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.